I've never been the norm or the type who just conforms. They say I'm being different, but that's just how I was born. It's harder to ignore that I'm nothing like the horde who think the sky's the limit, cause the stars are where I'm going. Anything mediocre gets buried. Doubts and second guesses get buried. I'm so confident that I'm very extraordinary. I'm honestly an anomaly with the qualities of a prodigy. Consciously check my philosophy, cause my thoughts and dreams manifest optically. That's my belief. I'm martyred for it. Guess I was born to be so exorbitant. Business minded but far from corporate. More than my but you can't stop my orifice. Now I got blessed origins. Mom's a dominant, dad's an orient. Hallelujah, I'm extra fortunate. Bleeding music, it don't need a tourniquet. Now abnormal inside the womb. Came into the world winding tunes. I presume to fly to the moon, and you'll notice me if you got an eye for news, cause I'm extraordinary. You be eating, but I be on my culinary. Mediocre, some say it's arbitrary, but I'm surrounded by melanated mortuaries, and I buried the horde when I conform. Unique, and for that I do thank the Lord. As sure as I saw, my future is more. The currents against me, but still I move toward it. I've never been the norm or the type who just conforms. They say I'm being different, but that's just how I was born. It's harder to ignore that I'm nothing like the horde who think the sky's the limit, cause the stars are where I'm going. Anything mediocre gets buried. Doubts and second guesses get buried. I'm so confident that I'm very extraordinary.
Hey guys, and welcome
To the podcast.
to the Plebs Podcast. I'm your boy D Demar D Star with,
E-money.
and it looks like Amen E Money as it
E-Mon.
spells. But yeah, bro, we were talking about bodybuilders. But yeah,
We were just talking about these balls he's got here.
they are VT grips.
They are VT grips, and you said they promote like
natural grip.
Yeah.
Like if you ball, you ball your fist up, and you have better connection, and you have better grip, you have better connection with your forearm, your bicep.
That makes
your
sense.
shoulder.
Like even just grabbing it, like I can feel my forearm like activating.
You put them in between your
Like
and your
this?
finger, yeah, and you pull like you add them to grips, like you add them to like the cables. And stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can see that. Well, anyways, not sponsored, but definitely get you a pair because they work.
Yeah,
They do what they gotta do.
he sold sponsored me, man. He gave me those for free.
That's cool. Did he? That's
Yeah,
cool.
he was like, because we were talking, and that around that time he gave me. That's when I started getting into like I started talking about movement and like actual like
Is that something he does?
mobility.
I guess
I
those
mean, in
grips
this,
promote it, right?
yeah, he don't move. He doesn't like move in like the martial arts, but the principles and everything he teaches that same shit. It's all the same.
Interesting.
Everything is the same.
Yeah.
There is a reason behind those. And bro, like I'm surprised I'm not surprised they're not picked up, because when you have like product that or things that enhances human ability and promote human longevity, it doesn't get
It's not
hard
as
to push.
popular. Why? Because you would think that the consumer, especially nowadays, would want something like that. Would want something that promotes movement and mobility, and like that seems to be a big thing.
It's a small
Market.
Small market right now.
Do you
but
think that there's just not a lot of things in that market? It's not that the market is small itself. It's there's not enough supply.
No, it's just what's being taught.
Mm.
I mean, because like fitness and all this stuff is not it's not no different than, I mean, we're talking about movement.
Yeah.
It's not no different. It's just with weights. But if people take away the weights and then incorporate, and then just do the movement, then you have a better understanding of your body. So that's why I believe in like building. Like, I mean, they got people out there who invent like dope like the VT grips, who design dope ass grips and tools to use in the gym for better mobility and movement.
Yeah.
Practical. That is practical.
Yeah.
But it's far and few, because everybody is still in a box way of thinking.
Huh. Interesting.
Like, look at the gym. I mean, shit, it's cool. Like, look at the gym. Everything is L shaped.
Yeah. A lot of your grips and a lot of what you do. Yeah, that's interesting. So it doesn't really promote that natural grip, like you were saying.
If you, this is what blew my mind. This is why I had to get out. I don't like this. I have a daily confliction because on one end I love lifting weights, right? And I find more expansive ways to train instead of the up downs. But also too, we need to be outside. We need to be like when I work out outside, especially with my shoes off, bro, like there is
it's an energy transfer.
Yeah, and it's a natural, bro. It's almost like when you're a kid, you're like, damn. I mean, I grew up in Louisiana. We go to my grandmama's house, or we would play. I walk outside with my shoes off. I still do that shit. Walk outside with my shoes off. But you forget, like, damn, that shit is natural as hell. Like,
and you feel it. Like, you feel that it's natural. You
know
what I mean? Like, it feels like you shouldn't be wearing shoes. And, like, I was thinking about that the other day. I was walking without my shoes on and walking on the grass. And I remember thinking how soft and how good it felt on the grass.
Yeah.
Like, good, well-grown, well-tamed grass.
Yep.
It feels good under your feet. So it's almost like, it makes sense.
Think about this. Think about now. Go back to this feeling because you felt it many times before. When you go to the beach, let's say you got your shoes on, your sandals on. First thing you do, once you get to the edge, is take your shoes off. And then you go walk into the sand. Now, when you walk into the sand, think about how you feel immediately.
Yeah.
You don't you literally feel like less stressful, like less stress.
Right away.
Right away. Like, so that grounding and having,
there's something to it.
Yeah, sure. Bro. It's like, we trees. Well,
we're made of the same thing. We're all beings. We are all electromagnetic beings. And I have a friend, like, you know how you always, like, when you do a lot of certain types of drugs, there's a lot of the same information that gets pushed around these groups, right? And one of them, especially when you're doing like DMT and those types of people, a lot of them talk about the grounding work. And I've just noticed that. I'm not saying there's anything about those drugs, but I've just noticed that people that take those types of drugs will always like feel more grounded. Mushrooms, much more earthly types. You know what I mean? Not cocaine. Those people are
think about where it comes from. Think about how it's grown.
Yeah, exactly.
And think about how still it is.
Exactly. So then these are like the discoveries that they make. So, long story short, let me bring this up. One thing I always hear is since you are electromagnetic beings, when you're doing that grounding, there's an immediate energy transfer from the ground to your body. And it will actually like re-energize you. And that's why whenever you walk walk without your shoes on, you'll feel more energized. And I did some research into it, and it also will clear out the blood vessels. Mm-hmm. So essentially, it'll thin them out, and then your blood will flow through your veins even better and even faster, making you feel energized. I
got testimony for you because I like a lot of that I figured out through like the aware, like just like doing the shit. Yeah. Like I was like, because this how I found out. I found the text version afterwards. Mm-hmm. I was getting the information like during. I was like, huh? Like you know how like when you break everything down, it's like, oh, it's really that simple.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we are. So to that, what you're saying, all right. When I would go out, so when a lot of the movement started to unlock, when I started to get more tapped in with my body, so I would go outside. In the heat. Now, I don't like to be hot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to be hot like that. Like, whatever. Like, I can stand it. But, shit, I don't feel like sweating no reason. But I was like, okay, man, this feels really good. But I would do that. Like, I know when I need it.
Yeah.
But when I started really getting into it, when I get into my moves, I was like, man, I started getting more power. I started getting faster. I started getting lighter.
Yeah.
Bruh. And blockages start to release. I don't think. Bruh, so what I started to discover was that the sun, photosynthesis.
Mm-hmm.
This is why, bruh, we all would have got 4.0s if they would have taught science about us. So if you think the concept about photosynthesis, what does a plant do? A plant draws energy from the sun. That energy is drawn to the roots, right? Giving the roots nutrients and electrifying the nutrients, then transferring the energy and nutrients back to the plant to its to the leaves, now gaining that now directing that energy right back to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So that process is constantly happening. It's like, whoa, snap, that's us. So when I would do my move, bro, jumping higher, I did my first. I know I won't say first, but I did my. Well, I'm gonna say like it's been years. It was my first one in years. Then my first like backflip. I was out in the sun. I was doing my moves and stuff, and like man, like joints, everything's open. I was feeling more powerful. I was jumping like everything, and I was like, yo. And then in meditation, so if I stand up meditation, bro, you feel the electrical current, and if you're just completely still and completely surrendered, you will walk the magnetic trace. So if you're giving off negative energy, so that the plane between the earth and yourself is a charge. So you'll walk a direction that you need to walk. So if you completely ground, your magnetism and where you need to be or where you will be or where you should be will lead you there. You are the compass. If you, and I think I said this in one of our episodes, and I will find this because I'm a butcher. I don't want to say this is absolute, but our body naturally, especially when we go to sleep, do this test. Go sit, be still, and go into don't go into direction. The direction that your body goes every time, it's like east. So your body naturally wants to go east.
But we're also, along with the electro part, you're mentioning we are magnetic beings. So do you think that's us tapping into like our magnetic pull with the earth?
Dude, yes. Okay, so we're electromagnetic beings. The earth is electromagnetic. Everything around is electromagnetic. We see this when we're rubbing our feet on the thing. Zap, zap, right? We produce electricity, right? Yes. So our bodies,
I'll take it one step further. Our bodies are a conductor for electricity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Photosynthesis.
Yeah.
That's still, bro. Just look at a plant. One of the most dopest things that I say, man, when I grow plants, you sit there and watch them, and the plant will teach you so much. And I get why, like, you see them old martial arts films that got them taking care of a bonsai tree or some shit like that. But the tree teaches you about you. If you sit there and study the tree, and you observe the tree, and we're taught about the synergy that we have with the trees, right? If I got a synergy with a tree and I have a synergy with you and I got a synergy with her, doesn't that make me the same material? We're just more we're
more complex.
Yes, we have more. We got. Who's to say that, right? Like,
well, no, I mean, I get what you're saying. I do. I think that we are all intertwined, especially if you believe in evolution. I mean, we all came technically from the same places. You know what I mean? Because this was all at one point just one big primordial soup of lava and fire and water, and at the bottom of that was life. So everything came from that. And so
we cut even bro, if you look at life, like look at it from its inception to death is in the end is actually the beginning. So to its end of existence in this plane. Look at how life is developed. Like just watch. Just look. Just watch. And you know how you learn so much with people? Like people are trees.
Yeah.
Why do you we can say we have stereotypes for trees. What? Like, well, that's what that tree produced. That's what that tree keep doing unless we got a hybrid tree, like when we look at it, I was telling Brooke earlier, I was like, man, I found out that we have 108 chakra points, not 7. And it all has to do with our ligaments. We count only the 7 organs, seven celestial bodies that's within us, not our tendons and our bone.
Why do you think that is?
Because everything is in the box. Everything is what we see in the macro. We don't focus on the micro, which is within. Look at how a baby is formed. Literally look at how a baby is formed. The first thing is formed is everything is connected to the heart.
Yeah.
So if everything is connected to the heart, and even when you die, even was it Egyptian lore, the heart, the scales, the heart, you weigh your heart, your scale, your heart must be light. Justice. Yes, must be light as the feather. Everything has to deal with the heart.
Yeah.
And if your heart is cold and it's blocked, can't be because
can't go on.
Yep,
Earth can't be enlightened essentially.
Earth is a heart chakra. Earth is deified as a heart chakra. Bro, America, heart chakra, Cancer.
Especially right now.
Very ironic, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I was talking to my pops today. There's no entertainment. Only truth. So, everything we see it now, today, is what it is. Look at it. Look at your life as the real movie. Pay attention to how people move. We all play out energies. It's not like we talk about the horoscope. It's like when you read your horoscope, bet 2 ways you look at it, externally and internally. You are looking at how the energies are playing out, and you're reading how you're playing out the energies. This is what, like, looking within is that type of awareness to see yourself as is. Like, you heard of, like, I'd say, I am who I am. Like,
yeah.
And I for long I didn't understand it, but it is like you are. Like, I am. Like, it's you. So we are playing out those energies as well as seeing how the energies. It's like looking at the playbook. You're doing the play.
Yeah.
At the same time.
So you know exactly what to go next, what everybody's doing, what everything.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like an ultra awareness.
Yes. Yeah. And if you're ultra aware, right? Think about a surfer. It's a dope ass surfer. But that he could tell you with the storm coming.
That's true.
The way,
or it's just someone who's on the ocean, like a salesman,
right?
Like a captain of a boat. Dude, I was hanging out with one of my buddies I just recently met, and he's been on sailboats his whole life.
Yeah.
And he'll like just tell you by looking at the sky, like, oh, it's gonna rain tomorrow. Just like, what? How do you know? He's like, you see that cloud over there? Because that cloud tells me that it's gonna rain. It's like, what? Or the ways that the cloud looks, or how one half of the sky looks from the other half. He can tell you exactly what's gonna happen next. But it's like you get that awareness from being around it. Like, for example, someone who wrangles alligators for a living. You're like, how the fuck and who the fuck would do that? But I was watching this TV show about it, and they brought this new guy in. And as he gets deeper into it, he talks about how the more you're around these alligators, or crocodiles in their case, you understand their body language. And you understand, like, how... So then it makes it easier to wrangle them, and it makes it easier to catch them, basically. And it's just like being around it makes you more aware. You know what I mean?
Bro, see, this is why I love this shit, bro. Because, and that's why I love comics. Right? So, Spidey sense. Our hair. Bro.
In the back of your neck.
Dog. Yeah. Your hair is the extension of your nervous system. So now when you're in spaces, oh man, make my spine tingle, make the hairs on my arm stand up, right? Your nervous system, you've been affected by a certain level of emotion or feeling. So now when we're ultra sensitive and we're like Jedis, be ultra sensitive to the force. Stillness allows
helps you tap into it.
Yes. Because, like, think about this, right? Like, even as simple as standing up, walking, right?
Yeah.
Sitting down, shit like that. Simple shit. Now, that's funny.
I meant to go, that was stoner brain.
That's funny. He was trying to drink his water, but took a puff of his
of my vape here.
That's funny, right?
You just see it on my face. I was even like, why the fuck did I do that?
Yeah, that was hilarious, bro. That's funny. No, that's a whole nother level.
That was.
Oh, damn, you really gone,
Yep.
man. Damn, man. We might need to anchor it up.
I think so. I think that was kind of my.
Yeah.
That was my tell.
No, I love this. I love it though, man, because if you think about that, right, those people that we meet, that's why I love, like my boy Vic. Dog, they go fishing. These boys know the water. They know how to survive, man. And you listen to them, and they're so connected in nature. They're in nature. When you're in nature, you're in your environment. No different than being in the city. Like shit, in the concrete jungle, man. I bet. Look, you don't want to go over here.
It's like street knowledge. It's street knowledge. That's so true.
Right?
It's like sea knowledge.
Exactly. Come on,
it's
bro.
Different. Yeah.
Like, yo, hold up, bro. Something don't feel right. Hey, I feel like they about to go rock out. Hey, let's just go. We about to go. We're gonna take this street over here. Nah, I don't feel. No. Ain't done nothing. Don't need to go on.
Yeah.
But a frequencies rise before the actual action. They're faster. So when you're in your hyper awareness, especially when you go out, like, all right, man, I have to really I have to really be aware. So like now you heighten that sense, like you turn that bitch on, like you turn it on.
Yeah.
This is bro. This is why I be mad at people. I'll be like watching them and they just wasting their bodies in their vessel. Like, bro, the things that we do are amazing. See, we take shit for granted, right? We're just like, oh man, I just do this, whatever. And we take limits based off think about how many more people are not sharing their knowledge are not receiving knowledge to expand knowledge for us not to expand. And we're utilizing, if more people are utilizing less of their brain and we are attaining more feat and great feats in the environments that we are born in, that does not have that may not seem to have the greatest tools for us to expand, and we're making these things happen, constantly beating running records, jumping super high, like, bro, having an awareness, kids knowing things about people and gaining knowledge. And kids, you look at kids because they are the purest source. This is why, and it, bro, it's logical and practical. Kids, if anybody, we should be looking and learning from kids. They are the reminder because they are the closest source at that moment and the closest connection to its purest information from God. See, then we grow, and then we're now entangled in our environment to then go back to search for our kid within. When we should never lose the kid. Who we are as we were born is who we should always be. Yeah. The vessel, the body has to be strong to handle this environment. This environment is harsh.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's just be real. This environment is harsh.
Well, especially thinking from, to like 20,000 years ago, we were fighting saber-toothed tigers and woolly mammoths and shit. So you had to be strong and you had to grow up like that because, our bodies are built a certain way to do certain things. There's a reason that our shoulders can go all the way around, but our knees can't, because it doesn't make sense when you run. So you know what I mean? It doesn't. Think about it. You've met the guy that runs with no knees. This dude's flying, like his legs are flying from side to side.
Because I was imagining
Yeah,
that.
exactly. You know the kid.
Like a cartoon.
Yeah, he usually was the kid that played a lot of video games. That's
oh my God.
It was inside.
Head's too big. Belt loops missing and shit.
Stop it.
Damn, bro. That's funny. But bro, that's how amazing we are, man. That's like, I'm like, dude, like you talk about the guy who can predict the weather, and like, bro, like that. That's who we are. Yeah, like, we are, bro. Like, and please know, like, bro, this celestial being, this realm that we're on, it knows that we're here. Like any microbe that knows that it's in, like, it knows its environment and it's in your body. It's like if we're disconnected from that, bro, like, sorry, not sorry, but when destruction happens, you're not gonna be recognized. Yeah. Bro, like, and people are so busy in the flesh, like, dude, you're an ethereal being as well, bro.
It's like understanding that constant connection You know what I mean? Like you're an ethereal being as well, or a celestial body, an embodiment of the universe that we're in, and you're tasked with only being here for 80 years, and you get to walk around. We are, as much as things like YouTube video, it's like we are the consciousness of the universe.
Yeah.
You know, and we're lucky enough though that we get to do that because we are the embodiment of the universe, or as like some people like to say, we're the embodiment of God, Christ. We're made in the same likeness. It's the same.
So now
thing.
I bet. Okay. Yeah. Now you there. Now you there. E. So now what? So now let's go back. Like we are Earth's consciousness, right? Mm-hmm. So if we are that, then, and in order to control people,
the universe,
right? Okay, yeah. Right? Because these motherfuckers crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to keep it in a low vibration.
Stillness.
Right? Low vibration is hard. It's easy for a person to control. So I'm going to poison you with everything to make your body and your.
Do you think that our lower vibration taps into like our subconsciousness? That's why it's easiest to control.
The lower vibration, you feel it right now.
Yeah.
It's our flesh. It's our desires.
Fear.
It's our fears. Right? Yeah, you know it. You feel it. You have to see it. Like, but when you get higher in frequency. Now, and we do this through meditation. You experience this through mushrooms. You experience this through being high. When you experience a different frequency, that's why you see things beyond. That's why you feel things beyond. Yeah. That is a frequency. Alpha, omega, hertz. These are frequencies that we produce. And when you tap close into those frequencies, man, you start to see things differently. Yeah. Now, knowing that, now if I control your frequency, then I can
you can control what you see.
Yes, and now, but what happens when you in a toxic ass environment for a long time? You get sick.
Yes.
What happens when you get sick?
Yeah.
What goes on in your body? Right? Fever, ups and downs, the vomit.
Your actual immune system will degrade.
Okay, yeah. Right?
It's then you get more sick, and then you're right. Yeah.
Do you think the fucking natural disasters? Okay, and we're gonna call them natural disasters because when you go through a natural situation that makes you sick, you have a natural disaster: pooping, shitting, farting, darting, sparting. You know.
Exactly. Anywho, back to the Hall of Justice. But no, so do you think knowing if what you perceive like controls your frequency? Do you think that the use of propaganda is like if you control what people see, you can control their frequency, or is it controlling their frequency, then you can control it?
What me and you always talk about, right? We always talk about perception. We always talk about creativity.
Yeah, because if you're going into someone like you're stopping what they're seeing, or you're controlling their frequency and therefore what their perception is of things. And it doesn't matter what you put in front of them; they're gonna perceive it the way you wanted them to perceive it.
So we go through it. Hey, bro, okay. You recently went through it. You went through it. We all go through it, right? So, one propaganda. Go to school, right? Go to school. Go to the military, go to college, trade. Make sure you have some money, right? Or you're going to be broke and you're going to die, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much, right? I mean, they had my they had my ass scared of shit. Like I was like, okay, bet. So I guess I ain't gonna be shit if I don't join the military. Right, so now like all that's in your head. So now you're controlling how I think. Now you're implanting things that don't exist in my reality, but you're creating my reality through me. So if I create 90% of the world's reality to be my reality, then I take away the time away from you to think about yourself and for you to create your reality. So you have no time and no energy to do the things that you want to do and be.
To bring awareness to give this conversation practical use, what do you think, if you were to show example to it, how do you think they're controlling our frequency now?
Music, the music, the shows, the news. Oh my God, especially the news. Everything is, bro. No shit. Even this, right? This is why, at least when we do talk about this, I like how you said like practical use, because even bloggers are news stations, right?
Yeah.
They don't really give no solutions. Everything is about clicks and views, just like the news, right? It's about views. And you get these views, so I don't get no practical
So
solutions.
just giving you the knowledge.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you that. No, giving you the information.
Yeah.
Because if I give you the knowledge, then shit, we wouldn't be worried about the shit, right?
That's true.
So I'm gonna give you the information. That's it. Nothing else. What the fuck are we worried about? All right. Now I'm constantly like, even with the talk of AI, with the talk of AI, and a lot of the fear mongering or whatever. Okay, like look at the movies. Like a lot of everybody talks about Terminator. Everybody talks about this. Like you're all right. Bet if you want to say we're close to Terminator, then great. But you're creating that reality because that's what we're constantly seeing.
Yeah.
Why not look at oh man, damn bro, I can get so much stuff done, man. I can get this done, I can get that done. I just need this to do this. Boom. I'm gonna create my reality through their reality. Like, but people don't have that time. And why do you think people are miserable at at their jobs or whatever? They're like, man, fuck this, or like they quitting, they don't wanna. Because they're like, man, hold up. Something ain't right.
Yeah, you get like unplugged.
Yup. And like, where am I?
What's my name? What day is it?
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, it's like you just popped out of the matrix.
For real. It's like, bruh. So then you wake up and you're like, I gotta go. And then, but you balls deep.
You can't. And that's what they did that on purpose.
Oh, you think you can't.
Yes.
And that's because they
purpose.
Yes, and that's on purpose. I told you about this. I told you about this story when I was at AMP. When I saw where my realization was at, because everybody talk that boss talk and how they keep you at a job. They keep you there, talk about money and talk about the rejections and what you did. Blah blah blah. Let me see some of that money. Whatever, right? I'm not. You just gonna keep using me. You gonna keep putting this carrot in front of my freaking face and gaslight me. Okay, great. Give me my superpower so I can go. I remember seeing the owner. And he was so happy he got his Porsche, living, hood rich shit, whatever, right? And I was standing outside the window. I was getting ready for my client. And I was like, wait a minute. I saw this man come out this Porsche, coming to this place around the same time. And I get here around the same time. He and this, bump that. We all doing the same thing. It's that you just going to get out faster. Yep. Bruh. No shit, that F my world up. That F my world up because after a while I started looking at things, bro. And so when I look back at it now, I was like, damn man, like whatever, like how I handle it is how I handle it. But I was like, I was like, oh snap, I gotta get out. I didn't realize I was in this cage.
You got unplugged.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, I gotta go. And bro, I was leaving out the back. They didn't even know when I was there. They didn't know when I was gone. And I left. I was like, I gotta go. Because, dude, I was like, wait, you doing the same thing as us, and like, you can't even figure out what kind of position to give me. So then I'm like, well, then I must be epic. I got to go. Like, no shit. And that's what happens. People leave, bro, we gotta go through it. Here's the thing. I have to play things 24/7 to keep you asleep. We all unplug. There's always a moment in time where you have a realization. Yeah. Every day. I talk to these people every day. I'm like, you just said it. Go do it.
Yeah. That's the hard part, though, isn't it? Action really does speak louder than words because it's so easy to say something, but so hard to do something. There's so much resistance. You know what I mean?
Within yourself.
Yeah.
That shit built up on, bro.
Yeah.
That damn trap. Like you, or that mental trap.
Yes, mental trap is the best word for it. But that's what it is. And they put you in this mental trap, and it makes it easier to control you, and to control your next thoughts, which is your frequency. That's what your thoughts are.
Bruh.
And so when you can tap into these different frequencies that they want you to, then again they can manipulate your thoughts. And if they can do this, then you never leave.
Did you because he was around y'all time in high school, XXXTentacion?
Yeah.
Did you ever see that video he did about frequencies? He was like, man, I can control it, bro. The music controls the frequency. I said, if I can make you do whatever I want you to do through the music. And think about it, bro. Like, bro. Like he was just telling people how it is. Like this, like the music is different. And like, bro, even things that colors, they affect us. Like, bro. Here it is. Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, all them. Think about all them bright, and then the newer shows. Actually, look at the color schemes. They're bright, very bright, and they're always flashing. What happens when you're on a mushroom trip? What happens when you have and what happens when you have a high intense meditation? You start seeing colors, you start seeing intense, you start seeing flashes.
So you think you're manipulating frequencies?
Bro, LSD project. Just look it up. This is public knowledge. This is public knowledge.
So then how does that tie into this?
You're controlling your thoughts, controlling your frequency. Colors are frequency. Everything is a frequency. If I have them flashing, they trigger, like they have a flash. It's like this, right? Like shaking your head, and like it opens up pathways, and it's free. So as I got you like hyper stimulated, right? I got you hyper stimulated. I can tell you whatever I want. I can tell you whatever I want, or show you whatever I want, and you're gonna easily take that in. Now you may think like, oh no, it won't, man. It's just subconsciously. You start doing things subconsciously. Look at the thing. Look at what we're going through today. Why is mental health a huge thing? Because people's heads are being messed with. You're confused. People, conflicted, bro. It's like, dog, and it's all the flashing colors, flashing light. That's why it's important. Like, bro, LSD, LCD, LED, like the TVs, bro. If you look at the TVs, man, the TVs are really, really, really bright. Yeah. When you do LSD, bro, you see them bright colors, bro, and they put you in a hypnotic, like trance.
That's what what's his name? Manson did. Because he would give the masses and tell them all his things. And they were easily manipulated because of that.
So you have to quiet your mind. Yeah. It is good to be quiet. It's not, man. Look, like this, like we said before. The environment is harsh. So you have to know how to survive in the environment. Yeah. You have to bet. Like that's why people are like, oh my God, go vegan. The food or the food is poison. Yes. And I tell people that too. But I'm like, look, fall back a little bit. We are around it. The body has somehow adapted to it. So whatever poison it is, like we are here now, fall back to give yourself a little bit more clarity within your body, within your mind, because you've been clouded around it for so long. That's it. That's the solution. You quiet your mind, bro. Like, what is it, man? You can't be censored unless you're not online. You can't be controlled if you're not seeing or hearing.